Hi, my name is Alan from LW Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Most recently, I met some HDB client and we talked about their housing plans. We discussed about their housing needs. Those in the older age bracket will talk about right sizing to unlock cash for their retirement. Whereas those who are in their late 30s to early 40s will discuss upgrading to a bigger flat or even exploring to a private property and so on. In today's light-hearted sharing, I will talk about why you should upgrade if you can afford to. I will also talk about the sweet spot to enter. What if you tell me, Alan, I cannot afford to upgrade? No worry, I also have a lobang for you at the end of this video. LW property video always has something for everyone. To end it off, I will also talk about the implication further down the road, whether you choose to upgrade or not, with real case scenario. Here, let's go. Do you know, this is not my first time talking about the importance of upgrading. I have previously mentioned a few times on upgrading in my earlier video. Nevertheless, I will share more in details in this video by reinforcing with some real case observations. The most important benefit of upgrading is none other than financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Let me share in very layman terms. If you have visited any hawker center or coffee shops, have you noticed some seniors are still working as cleaners clearing the place? Here, please don't get me wrong, I'm not here to marginalize them. They are doing an important job that benefits the society. However, I would like to use them as an example. Many of them are in their 60s to 70s, yet they still need to work. Have you asked yourself why? Some will say the government never take care of them. I mean, the government can give us basic housing, healthcare, transport and so on. The rest we still need to take care of ourselves. If the government is giving free buffet all the time, someone will need to pay for them, correct? The young people in Singapore will all migrate because who will want to pay higher taxes? Back to why these seniors are still working today. I can only assume they have financial difficulties or family situation to attend to. That is why they have no choice but to work. On the other hand, have you noticed at the same hawker center, you will see another group of seniors happily enjoying their food after their daily exercise. We can tell that they live a carefree lifestyle without stress and are definitely financial free. If you dig deeper into their background, many of them are staying in bigger HDB flats and are private property owners or ex-private property owners. Some of them are even holding on to investment properties and are still collecting rental that help to sustain their retirement. Here, don't assume I make up these stories. They are, after all, the lifestyle of some of my clients. Some of you here will say, they are lucky lah, they have investment property. They are born with a silver spoon. Let me tell you this, not all are born with a silver spoon. Many like us are born only with a plastic spoon. Yes, not even a wooden spoon. We work hard, we save hard, and we make our money work hard for us. We take the leap of faith and invest in a private property after selling our humble HDB flats. We know there are always risks involved in any investment product. We seek professional advice and take calculated risks. And voila! Time is our best friend in property investment. Here, what does this real-life example show us? This means for those that can upgrade to a private property, please do so. Why? Well, very simple. Assuming you apply for the HDB BTO flat and collect your keys when you are in your early 30s. Assuming you stay there for the good 10 years and save up diligently, you will have the means to buy a private property when you are in your early 40s. You can technically upgrade to another bigger property or even a landed property for those who are doing well in the next 20 years or so. This means when you are in your 60s, you will have more housing options to right size from your more expensive private property to a more affordable HDB flat in your twilight years. That is why you see many seniors long, some even semi-retire in their 50s and can travel around the world. This is thanks to the most important asset which they own, which is their home. What about those staying in their humble HDB flats? Can they retire comfortably in Singapore? The answer is a big yes. If you adjust your lifestyle, For those that are living in a bigger flat, you will have more choices in life. You can easily downgrade to a smaller HDB flat. However, if you own a 3 or 4 room flat in a non-mature estate, this means your only option is to move to a studio flat when your funds dry up. This is the sad reality for most seniors if they do not have sufficient CPF life and saving for their retirement. That is why they have no choice, they bo pian, but they'll come out and work. On the other hand, if you are staying in a newer HDB flat in prime location, your HDB flat are worth so much more. Right size to a suburb location and unlock cash is another alternative for you. Here, what is the best age to upgrade? Well, there is no hard and fast rule to this. Some may even want to seize the opportunity to fully utilize their 2 times BTO flat before they chase after their condo dream. By then, they will easily be in their mid-40s. If they enter the private market, assuming a maximum loan up to 65 years old, this means the sweet spot to upgrade is 45 years old. Any older means your loan tenure will be shorter. If you want to buy a bigger property, your loan quantum may deter you from pursuing it. In my opinion, the best age to upgrade is as early as possible, provided you have the financial means. Since most of us are from humble background, the first property you will own will most probably be a HDB flat. If you have plans to start a family, the finances may put a toll on your upgrading plans. Let me share with you my own story. I recall many years ago when I purchased my matrimonial HDB flat for $285,000. This is a 3-room flat, by the way. My initial intention is to keep the HDB flat for rental income, while I buy a private property later down the road. However, the increase in ABSD from 7% to 12% dampened my plans. I calculated that the extra ABSD that I pay is easily 3 years worth of my rental income. This also means without selling my HDB flat, I will be financially tight to pay the down payment for the next property using all my savings. That was why I had to sell my HDB flat back then. Anyway, I have no regret selling my HDB flat. The only regret I have was not buying a private property earlier. Back in 2016, I recall I came across this old condo known as Vista Park in Pasir Panjang. This condo was on 99 years leasehold. I remember someone was selling a 2-bedroom that measured about 1,000 square feet for $840,000. This means the PSF was only $840 PSF. I was very interested. I wanted to sell my HDB flat, use the sales proceeds to pay for the down payment, and take a loan of about $400,000, which is very manageable for me. The best part, I don't even need to touch my cash saving. However, one major consideration back then was that my wife was pregnant with our second child. I hesitated because of the extra burden, and subsequently we aborted the plan. To be very frank, that was one of my greatest investment regrets. Do you know why? Well, Vista Park was sold en bloc to Oxley for $418 million back in 2017. I recall the payout for such a unit was $1.3 million, or about $500,000 more than the purchase price. If I have taken decisive action, I would have made a windfall in just a few months. I was very sad that I missed this golden opportunity. That is why after that incident, I worked double hard and saved hard to make sure I don't miss any more such lobang again. This incident also taught me a few things. Let me share them with you. Firstly, make sure you have the funds for such an investment at all times. That is why I avoid buying expensive things like cars whenever I have planned to enter the market. That is why you still see me driving my old Japanese car. Anyway, I always go to JB for my grocery. How to buy a brand new car? Later my car went missing. How? Secondly, take calculated risks. Tell yourself no pain, no gain. Being too conservative is also not healthy from the financial point of view. That is why you will have people who don't believe in property and park all their funds in a fixed deposit. That is their calling, if they want a risk-free approach. But that is definitely not for me. Thirdly, ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario? Do you have the means to buffer for such risks, especially unemployment? That is why I always advocate to keep 6 to even 12 months of living expenses plus mortgage installment. That should work out to be about $100,000 for the average family. Here, I recall meeting a HDB owner who are in their mid-50s. They are staying in an old but spacious HDB flat in central Singapore. The family has a household income of 15,000 per month. Whenever I meet them, they are always very concerned about what if. What if there is a war and the market suddenly crash? What if there are unemployment and how are they going to service their loan? And what if the market is at a peak and so on? I believe we hear all this story very well. They keep thinking and thinking. So what happened to them? Well, they are now in their late 50s. They regrettably share that their friends in their age group are already owning 2 or more properties. Why they are still holding on to an aging HDB flat with less than 50 years on its lease? Here, what can we learn from this case study? Upgrade when you can, especially so in your productive working year. Let your hard-earned money work hard for you. Use bank loan or other people's money to leverage your financing. Make some sacrifices from space to location if you have plans to enter the private property market. Don't expect to have the same kind of space or convenience if you are moving to a private. Don't overthink too much. Later you buy Ovaltine, then you know. For those who don't have the financial means to upgrade, no worry. Make sure you utilize both your HDB, BTO or easy chances in your lifetime. Space them out so you can wrap the return. At the same time, please contribute to your CPF regularly so that you can build up your full retirement sum early to earn on the compounding interest. With that, I hope this simple sharing can enlighten you on your housing needs. See you soon.